Guys, Deluded Gooner. Now, Theo Walcott, you guys know, I don't know why you guys think I hate him. I do speak quite a lot on Theo because he's been here since '06. Not going to get into it. I just had a random thought. Now, I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, I could be wrong. It could be 2020, but I'm pretty sure Theo Walcott's contract's up in 2019. Now, he's had a great season this year. Of course, towards the end of the year, he came out of the side. He went a bit off the ball. He didn't play in the FA Cup. He was a victim of us switching formations to three at the back. But yeah, 19 goals, 2 assists. 2 assists is poor in my opinion. You need to improve your productivity on that front. But 19 assists, we can't complain. He's had a solid season. Next year is the World Cup. We all know it's been well documented, Theo's World Cup journeys. He went there as a 17-year-old 2006, and missed out on 010, missed out on the last World Cup. One of them was for injury, I can't really remember. And then there's next year. Now he fell out of the England because he wasn't playing towards the end of the season. He came out of the England side for the fixtures against Scotland on whoever they play, and it gives me with a lot to think about. Now, on one hand, I do believe, like Ramsey, Theo Walcott will always get some sort of games, will always have a future of some capacity under Wenger, in the sense that we know he's a favoured son of Wenger. He's been here for a while. When certain players are wearing all long sleeves, Theo's doing his own thing. Theo's being the captain, just being handed the captain's armband for the sake of it because it's a landmark game and things like that. And yeah, while it's not always all Theo's fault, it's just he makes himself a target. So on one hand, that is what I believe. But on the second hand, based on how it went the second half of the season, or specifically the last sprint of the season, with the World Cup in mind, peak of his powers in mind, can he really afford to not start the season getting regular game time, in the sense that, like I keep saying, Wenger will always give him games, but if you look at, if we play three at the back, 4-3-3, which I would like to see as well, he would play, but three at the back, you've got to think his game time is going to be limited. He's going to be relegated to the bench in the position he should be. He can offer something to us in a plan B role. Out 38 games, Theo can do a thing for you, 10 or 12. Him, like Giroud, etc., have shown over 38 games you can't rely on them and they can't dig you out. It's not their fault. It's just not everyone's meant to be that guy. So with that in mind, if I was Theo, I'd be looking at the season as I had a blistering start to the season. The team didn't do too well. I came out of the side. I didn't play in the FA Cup. I didn't get selected for England. I'm going to get my head down in pre-season. But with the formation that's being played, am I going to get game time? Because there's several in front of me. We know it, Ozil and Alexis, when we play three at the back five in midfield, get the central positions. Then you've got Ox, etc. So there's a lot of victims to the system, and you've got to think, will he play? If the end of the season was anything to go against, he's going to be a bit part player, and that decreases the chances of him making the World Cup. Not only that, like before, I almost forgot about it, guys. His contract's up in 2019. Naturally, you'd feel, well, Arsenal have shown that they'll react late to contracts. But you look at it, you'd like to think within the next year and a bit, talks are going to start, or some sort of talks regarding his future have to start. Again, I'm not an expert on transfers and wages, but off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure Theo must be in the top 5 earners. I don't know now in regards to, because the new signing, the left back coming, he's allegedly meant to be a top earner, getting top money now. I'm pretty sure Theo is minimum top 5 earners. Now, granted, he's had a great season, 19 assists, like I said. 19 goals, 2 assists, turned up in big games. I like Theo Walcott, he's a good player. But we've got to now ask, do we renew his contract? And if we do, definitely, of course, maybe next season something might happen, but at this period in time, he doesn't deserve a pay raise. If anything, it needs to go down. He shouldn't be getting them sort of wages in the first place, and he did hold us to ransom when we were not as good as we were. We didn't have as good as players as we did. All you got to look at is Theo, that whole Theo signed the Ting saga when he didn't want to sign the deal, and the whole 2-0 at Spurs that season, I believe. So yeah, there is a lot for Theo Walcott to think about. Like I said, he's not a small boy anymore. He's approaching his 30s. He's a big man. Next year, you'd like to think that's his last World Cup. I'm not saying he can't go to 2022. That is wishful thinking. He'll probably have lost his pace by then, and he probably won't be at Arsenal by then. So it's somewhat, I don't want to say last chance saloon, because there's people older than him that have continuously gone to World Cups. But in Theo's situation, you've got to ask, after the heartbreak of missing 2010, the injury of 2014, not playing when you were a 17-year-old. Ironically, the one World Cup you shouldn't have went to, because I believe you actually played good enough to go in 010 to a degree. You should have went in 2014 because you give the side something different. Yeah, but you got injured, so yeah. And then next year in Russia, your last real chance. You've had a good season, 19 goals, 2 assists. You've had some dry patches. You've stepped up. You've done what we've wanted you to do for years. And the step for you is away from this. What I'm talking about is to do that again and again. Now, that came because you was playing games, because we know how we started the formate with a different formation at the start of the year and ran through with that situation with formation, sorry, in that situation until it went pear shaped and something needed to change to get our season on track. You're like Bellerin to a degree if Ox plays and a couple others. Three at the back can make you the odd one out. So you've got a lot to think about. You sit on the bench if you afford to spend them 6 months from January. I mean from August to January on the bench, you'll miss a lot of football, and you're guaranteed you need to play football in the second half of the year to even have a chance of making Gareth Southgate's World Cup squad. So yeah, Theo's got a lot to think about in my opinion over the summer. I mean he's got the coffee machine he wanted to score the goals for before Christmas. So yeah, but in conclusion, guys, that's it really. Just if I was Theo Walcott, this would be a summer. It's ironic because normally when we finish a season, it's always talking about is it time to move Theo on? He hasn't kicked on. Now, ironically, he's had a good season, and I'm still here questioning if I was him, would I move on? But guys, Deluded Guna, I'm signing out. Time to stop waffling. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please follow on my social media. Deluded Guna 04 and everything. DGuna 04 on Snapchat. Yeah, I'm out.